Let's talk about books, Jody. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the weird things and the good things that we read. Let's talk about books.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent Book Club. It has been such a busy week.
We're just over here wallerin around. That was for you, Cheryl.
Wallerin around. That's us. What have you been up to this week, Shelly?
Well, my week has not been as exciting as yours at all. I mean, congratulations. Cameron just graduating from med school. What a friggin' amazing accomplishment.
It's been such an amazing thing. We could not believe it. So we went out there on Thursday. They had the hooding ceremony. I did not know what that was. Basically, they give them what's called a hood, and it just sits on top of their graduation robes. And so I don't know what it is about med school, but they sure like to dress people. So when they're first getting inducted into med school, they are given their white coat, and their mentor puts their white coat on them. And then when they on the hooding ceremony, they get this basically almost like it's a very big like part of their robes that kind of comes back in the back, hangs down pretty low. And so they get that on around their shoulders. And so their mentor puts that on them. And then the funny thing is, Cameron is pretty shy, and her mentor and their cohort group decided that they were going to do like a special handshake. Most people hugged their mentor and then they went off the stage. But in Cameron's group, they decided to do a special handshake. So each of them did this special handshake. And I was so nervous for Cameron because she's not very good at those types of things, but she did it. And then the following day, we went to this beautiful place downtown Dallas, and they had the actual graduation, so to speak, for med school, and it was so beautiful. It was a giant organ in the assembling place, and they had a special keynote speaker, Ross Perot's son, who does a lot for their family does a lot for the Southwestern hospitals and medical schools. And they had that one went pretty quick compared to the hooding and the white coat ceremony. So, and Graham got to come, and she was so happy, and it was just such a special time. I'm so glad that we were able to celebrate. I boo-hooed when we got back to the Airbnb. I was like, oh, what an amazing event. So to all of those graduates out there starting your new life in the new direction, I'm so excited for everybody. It's a really exciting time.
Yeah, we would love to interview. I've spoken with a couple of graduates, and they're just like, I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm so busy. I'm on my way to Europe. I'm doing all my graduation trips and stuff like that. I just don't have time.
They are very busy.
So I was like, we can interview you anytime, but we want to hear your story. So I'm putting it back out there. If you're just wallering around after graduation and you want to come on the podcast, we would love to share your story. So give me a call.
I also got to go and celebrate Emily Dunn's 50th, and it was so sweet. Saw people we haven't seen in 15 years. So we got to see the Wades, Jill and Carlton, and Jill's brother Tom was there, and just so many great people. It was so great seeing everybody. Stewart's baby girl, Sloan, so cute. What a great family event. It was so nice to go in their backyard like we used to all the time with the kids. And now Scarlett and Jack are just so big and grown, and Scarlett's starting her senior year soon, and Jack is at Texas Tech. And then he's home for the summer and he's hoping to get a job at Barton Creek Country Club. And so it was just such a special event. I enjoyed so much seeing everybody. I just couldn't believe it. It's been too long. We should not let things like that get away from us. It's so nice. And then I got to hang out with Shelly. We went over to Hecho, very good place. And then our friend Penny came and hung out with us, and then we went over to Oak Hill Social. That was super fun. I really enjoy Oak Hill Social. It's such a great place.
Yeah, it's so fun and clean.
So clean compared to Detours.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's so
sure.
That's where James Willoughby and Ferret Cravens met back in the day.
Ferret Cravens. I used to have such a jealousy for her in elementary school. She always had every barrette with the string, the little ribbons on it. And she was like teacher's pet. And I just so aspired to be like her. I was so jealous of her. Farrah,
Yeah. Well, you should be real jealous of her right now. Her and James are getting married.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yeah. She's such a dynamo, such a sweetie. And
yeah,
I would love to see her.
we should interview her. She does a lot for Pets Alive.
Yeah.
She does a lot of fostering, and she's incredible. So, well, I have a funny story that I've been dying to share.
Okay.
I was wallering around South Lamar the other day, and Coulter was at Mannley Foundation, great organization.
Yes.
And I was wallering around and just happened on this car. This woman jumps out of the car and looks up, and her roommate is throwing down nipple covers at her. She had forgotten her nipple covers, and I wanted to grab my phone and record it so bad. It was just so funny.
That's hilarious.
She proceeds to just put the nipple covers on and right there in the middle of the street. And I just was like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I immediately sent Jody a message about it.
So funny.
And I told them, I was like, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast, you guys. And they were like, what's your podcast? This is hilarious. We can't wait to hear it. So just wallering around South Lamar, and these two beautiful young ladies are, tossing nipple covers at each other. And
well, what a good friend.
Hey,
you forgot your nipple covers. Don't forget.
Yeah. No, I assumed it was like, hey, I'm already in the car. Can you throw down my nipple covers?
Yeah.
And her just putting them on like a pro.
Oh yeah. People who wear those are really, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, she just was like, beep, beep. Okay, there's my nipple covers. I'm ready for the day.
I'm ready to roll. Remember
so
when you gave nipple covers to your brother-in-law?
Yes. I do, because he had
extremely erect nipples.
Yes, like I was like, you can hang a coat hanger on those nipples. Those are some erect nipples, and he's just wallowing around without a shirt on, and just like, I was just like, okay, here we go. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was at school the other day and somebody had nipple covers on. I think it was because they had on a white shirt that they thought was, pretty see-through-ish. Anyway, the nipple covers are designed to be discreet and to cover your nipples. And these, I could see the full nipple covers. Like, I'm like, that's kind of the opposite of what they're supposed to do. So, it'd be good to have a good friend say, do I have my nipple? Also, you could put your nipple covers on lopsided. You got to be a little careful with those. So it's good if you're a pro at it.
And as you age, your nipples are not in the same place. They're lopsided.
They shift.
And so, I mean, I can't even imagine.
Right.
I can't even imagine.
And knowing us, like, our nipple cover would just fall off, like, one of them would
Yeah.
fall off and just
Yeah.
be, like, at somebody's feet, go, "Oh, sorry, my nipple cover fell
Sorry.
off."
Hey, can I get my nipple cover between your legs? I'm sorry. So weird. So weird.
So weird. So did you consume anything this week? What were your consumables?
Oh man, did I? Um, I am reading Ashley Manley's book and really enjoying it.
This is her third or
Her book,
third
and
book.
she's working on Scotty, her fourth book right now, and I can't wait to read that. I really enjoy her writing.
Her character development is so good. Like, you feel like you could just you've hung out with these characters, or you would want to, or there's like this, like, people just like those people.
Exactly.
You know?
It just feels like they're real humans going through real experiences. One of them, the main character, is you know, uh, her and her husband are having some challenges, and she's navigating it, and she makes lots of mistakes. I feel like a lot of time in books, people are almost too good. Um, they're too perfect. In her books, they're a mess. They're crazy and silly, and I really appreciate the realistic conversations. Uh, she has a a a section where the wife walks in on her husband masturbating, and she's like
Lord.
shocked because they've been married since they were in high school, and she's like, people do this? And I was like, I thought of you so much, Jody. Like, I was like,
Gosh.
I was like, Jody would be completely shocked, and just the realistic side of that is like, she goes to her friend Scotty and is like, do you masturbate? And it's like, she's like, yes, everybody does. And she's like, what? Huh? And I thought that was so interesting and funny. And I really enjoy Ashley Manley's writing, and I'm so excited for her people diving in with her. And
Yes.
after you finish her second book, then we'll get her back on, and
Yes.
and she's eager to share everything she's doing. I just love when somebody is talented and they share it. I just love it so much. It's like the rest of us are just wallowing around, incapable of like all of the art, and here you are just living the dream. So I've been reading that, and then I read. It was highly recommended that from Leticia Marquez. She goes, I think you should read this. And it's Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. I don't know why
I've heard about that.
It's from Lindsay Gibson, and I get it. But I've seen people in their 60s and 70s still mad at their parents, and I'm just like, you're an adult. You've been living your life independently for 40 years, and you're still mad at your parents?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I mean, do the work.
Yeah.
Do the work. And it's, I think because we're orphans, I don't understand holding that grudge and still pointing the fingers like my life sucks and it's my mom's fault. And I don't have that.
Yeah. It's like, move on. You've got to let that go so you can live your best life. I mean, holding grudges seems really pointless to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good to know there's some good information in the book, but I just was like, I don't know. I mean, when do you take ownership of your life and recognize that it's your life, and how do you want to live it, and take ownership?
Yeah, I hear you. I think I tend to just try to let things like that go, but I know at times I've been an immature parent, emotionally immature parent at times. So, the only thing I could gather from it is like I want to do my best so that my kids aren't reading books like that and blaming me
Yeah,
from their
yeah.
problems.
I'm very interested in hearing information on it. It's like, is this validation? Are you seeking validation for the situation, or I don't know. Um, I can't wrap my head around it. I also read Elliot Page's PageBoy, and I listened to it on audio, and they read it. And it is, I don't know if y'all know the Elliot Page story. They were the young lady in Juno, and they've transitioned. And it is a sad, sad, sad book, and there isn't a happy ending. I mean, they are still struggling. You know, they went through the process and everything to meet the goal, and they are not at peace, and
Yeah.
they're still struggling. And now it's how everything's so external. It's like how other people are reacting, how everybody feels about it. And I was heartbroken that all that process, and there's still not peace.
Yes.
And
Find your peace.
find
Find your
your
peace.
find your peace. And um you know I think it's an important story to hear. It's just very, very dark and sad.
Yeah, that's
And
really terrible.
yeah, and it's just a tortured soul.
Oh,
And
that's so sad.
so but
Like, did they fully transition?
they I'm sorry, I know this is crude, but I love to say this. They have not had the addictomy.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna ask because I had read an article a long time ago about a person who transitioned from female to male. And in order to do that, they had grown a penis on their arm, their forearm. And so then it was removed and then added. And they had the same conundrum after they had gone through all the surgeries and the addictomy surgery and all of that. They still had a lot of sadness, depression, and mental health issues. So to me, I'm like, it's if you're struggling, there might be a lot of other things at play. So,
Yeah,
it's not a cure all. And a
yeah,
lot of people might think that it might change their world. And then that person ended up having some regrets about doing the full change. But uh not everybody does. Some people, they live a great life afterwards, but there might sometimes the people might think that it might cure their sadness or their depression.
yeah,
I think you have to work on multiple things. It's not just sometimes one underlying issue that could cure it all. Even like people that aren't transitioning, a lot of times there's a lot of pent up issues going on. And I think that EMDR has really saved a lot of people through their sadness. So maybe when you're going through all these changes, look at doing those things as well, so that you can be your happy, healthy person with a lot of peace in your life. And that's
yeah,
all. That's all I want for everybody.
yeah.
Interesting,
Agreed.
interesting.
Yeah.
Book
And
suggestions.
yeah, and the I know it's not always you know transitioning, but I think people have goals in their life, and they're like, when I get there,
Ah,
I'm gonna feel better. My life is going to be better. And it's like,
Uh-huh.
and Jody, you've always said this, with all our moves and everything, I'm like, if we move to South Carolina, it's going to be easier for Coulter. And it's like, no, it's, you got to figure it out where you are. And,
Yeah.
and that's, setting those lofty goals. If you can't be stable and manage your emotions here,
there's other things at play.
yeah.
I always tell people the grass is not greener on the other side. It's still just grass.
It's
So
grass.
if you're not happy where you're at, then do the work and and try to get yourself to a healthy place. And then if you do move, it'll just be icing on the cake.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I think people sometimes try to do large transitions, whether it's a physical transition or if they're moving or changing jobs, and but they still are carrying that baggage with them. What is that? That duffel bag or that body bag worth of body life issues. So you want to get rid of the baggage first before sometimes just moving. Now, I do know that some people have to escape situations, so moving is a good idea, like if they're in a safety situation or if they want to just get away from their family for a while or, bad relationships. I get that. But, do the work while you're at it, because sometimes what I noticed was some people, when you have multiple bad relationships, sometimes the common denominator is us. It's me.
We're just wallowing in our own shit.
Yes. Well, this week I didn't really have time to read because I was so busy, but I did get some books that I'm going to be consuming. One of them is Grow Great Texas Vegetables because I'm working on my gardening. I want to get really good at it. So I'm going to figure out what really grows well here. My kids gave me this one. And then they also gave me, but somebody else had already given me this book. I can't remember who, but I'm going to be reading The Local Woman Missing as well as the Ashley Mannley new book or her second book. So I've got a lot of reading to do, but I like to give you a good children's book to read. Those of you out there. So if you have not gone into Christopher Paul Curtis's books, he is an African-American author. He has written The Watsons Go to Birmingham, you name it. He's written so many great children's books. He is a dynamo, but one of my favorites that he's written is Bud Not Buddy. And this story takes place during the Great Depression and how a young Bud is sent, his mom suddenly passes away. And then he goes to foster care and a foster family that treats him pretty poorly. And then he escapes that, starts living in the what they call it, the kind of the make, like the little shanty town, I guess it's so to speak, made out of boxes of all the homeless people during the Great Depression. They called it Hooverville, named after the president of the United States at the time. And he and his friend are living in the shanty town, and then they get on a train, and then one of them escapes and goes and finds a new adventure. But one thing I love about the way that Christopher Paul Curtis writes is he brings a little warmth and humor, but is just this sweet angel kid going through hard times. And he does address in a really well-written children's book that how the Great Depression was really hard on everyone, but particularly African American and little kids at that time were just not really thought of a lot of times, especially in the foster care system and everything. But he always kept a positive outlook on it. They named it Bud Not Buddy because his mom would say, Bud, I named you Bud because you were like a flower blooming. If anybody calls you Buddy, they're being false friendly to you, disingenuous. And so people would call him Buddy all the time. He'd be like, nope, Bud, it's Bud, not Buddy, and just had that life lesson that his mom taught him early on. But it's a really great book. If you have a chance to read children's books, I used to read it out loud to my class every year. It was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's a great book. So
Yeah.
dive into it. And I think you're going to fall in love with him.
Yeah.
And in the end, he gets his forever family, and it's just really lovely. So it's worth a read.
Jody has mentioned this book for years, and I read it, and it is so good.
Yeah, it's such a great book. I just like the way that he tackles African American issues in history. So yeah, dive into it. It's a really great book. As for this coming week, it's my last full week of teaching. I only have 8 more days. I'm finishing up some paperwork and some meetings and ARD meetings and so forth. So it's an exciting end of the year time. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with Shelly and my family and friends and getting to just really be a normal person who does things in the middle of the day. Like
Butler Park.
Yeah, like going for walks, going for swims. I remember there'd be times when I would be out of school in the middle of the day and I'd just see all this stuff going on. I was like, people do things. They're not like at school for 10 hours, 10 to 12 hours. So I'm excited.
You're gonna I don't know if you remember Sammy and Jen talking about how people in Austin really don't work.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be blown away.
You're gonna get to live it firsthand.
I'm excited. I mean, I'll probably have like a little side job, a lot of people have come up to me and said, "Oh, you should do this," or "We should do this together." So, some kind of job thing. But I'm also just going to enjoy gardening and hanging out with you and my sisters and my friends and doing shenanigans. That's what I'm the most excited about. That's going to be my new job. What do you do for a living? I do shenanigans for a living.
That's right. I'm a professional shenanigan.
I am. I'm so excited. Anyway, we have some great interviews coming up, and we want you to continue to listen to all of our amazing facets of the podcast that we are adjacent to greatness. I have been loving Dateable AF. I love the ladies left field. They are so knowledgeable. I am really deep diving into the conspiracy farm. And Las Comadres está muy bien. I enjoy their energy. I love their interview this last week with a dyslexic specialist. She's gorgeous and smart and passionate about what she does. And so that was great. This whole adventure has been so fun, and thank you. Also, if you have any questions you want us to field on the book club, please send us some questions. We want to do some, quick reactions to people just sending us funny questions or just something that you're really curious about. And also, if you want to sponsor the podcast or make a donation, we're down for it. Look at the show notes, how you can do it. Contact Shelly if you want to be interviewed. We have some great interviews coming up. You are not going to want to miss these. All the single ready to mingles and all the givers in our lives, as well as just the amazing people we are adjacent to. Thank you for being so honest and open and funny, and just our hearts are so full and we're so excited. We have some other podcasts that we are in the development stage of, so keep an ear out and contact us, and we can't wait to see you in real life, IRL. Oh, and hook 'em horns. We are the SEC champions for Texas men's baseball. Way to go, Longhorns. We are so impressed. You just handed it to that SEC. I'm like so impressed. I cannot wait for football. I think we're going to do the same thing.
Oh, I hope so. From your mouth to God's ears.
I'm hearing good things.
Yeah, and we don't know everything going on around the horn like the ladies of left field do.
No, they do. They know
But
it.
if you want to hear everything that's going on with UT sports, give ladies of left field a listen.
Oh
And
my gosh.
follow all of our podcasts. That helps us
Yes.
so much. Just
Oh,
follow it
yes.
and push play. You
Yeah.
know, and rate us. Give us a rating
Yes.
and
5-star.
give us a 5-star, and all of that is so helpful. We're in the top 10%. We would love to get into the top 5%.
That's our goal. We're gonna keep doing it, Shell.
Yeah, let's
Anyway,
go. Let's full, as Joey would say, full send.
Full send. Full send. All right, we love y'all. Texas, Texas.
Yeehaw.